I had the pleasure of interviewing Sam Franklin, one of Temple's football players, and I was really excited because I wanted to show that everyone, including athletes, have a hard time being motivated sometimes, but it's still very important to be physically active and to get exercise.
What's your name?
My name is Samuel Lamar Franklin Jr.
And what position do you play?
I play outside linebacker, which is kind of like a middle.
Okay. How do you stay motivated daily?
I play football for myself, but I still have to think about like how I can better my future and how I can better my mom's and dad's future if I stay motivated. It's kind of like a struggle every day, but you find ways, and then you also have players around you who come in motivated, so it gets you motivated too. So it's a lot of different things.
Okay, so what about your sport and activity interests you to keep going and be consistent?
Just knowing that you're gonna have somebody across from you who's on scholarship too, and they're working every day too, and you really don't want to look bad on film and have to put down the tape and then have to answer to your teammates.
Any of your family members participate in this sport that made you be influenced to participate as well?
I had an older cousin who went to Western Michigan, and he was a running back, and he was like the first person in our town to really go to Division I. So that kind of motivated me. But other than that, no, my dad was a baseball player, and my mom played basketball and ran track. So not really anybody other than him.
How long have you been playing?
Well, my dad started me when I was around the age of 8 or 9, and like that was my first year playing, and it was kind of fun. And then like I played baseball too, so I like baseball a little bit more. But like as I got older, I seen my dad take baseball a little bit more serious. So football is kind of like a sport where he just chilled. He didn't coach that, so it was like I can do what I wanted to. And ever since like he showed me to it, like I was mostly motivated by myself to go out and work every day. He didn't have to really motivate me like he did in baseball. So I've been motivated for at least like 10, 15 years.
And haters saying that they don't feel me. Dudes just in their feelings. I'm like, isn't it ironic? My city is iconic, fly as Mr. and Bubonic. I'm Philly's most wanted. Had a black thought, was getting major figures all while doing it. I'm a big Willie, I'm just getting jiggy for the moment. All this shit silly, ask me, I really don't condone it. Cold as Jack Frost with hacksaws. Split up my opponent since early in the game.
Can't catch you, they getting blam. Easy to touch you, I don't gotta use my hands. Easy to touch a nigga when you got them bands. Nigga be hating low key, just a fan. On my block with the Glock, run down on the art. Was a jit when they try me, now they getting shot. Anybody try me now, on God, they getting pop. Fuck, nigga run up, so your life getting robbed. Make a pussy nigga wish he went and got a job. Hit his ass with that rah-rah, I'm a shot top. Free smoke, no ganja, mod mocktail, re-rock. If I op, then deserve a Oscar. Boy, your but ain't no hoopers at Toronto. Go dumbo, it's Trey 8, he got a long nose. He can't take a step off in my shoes like he ain't got ankles. I'm tired of all these niggas on the net trying to get famed on. Fool that residue, he fought around and left a stain on him. That tax it ain't gon' through, so he ain't gon' view when we go pay slang. I got me a clear view, so this my cue to go and take slang. I know just how you living while you acting like you won't sing. Matter of fact, don't wanna shoot.
I'm coming here with a high motor every day, trying to motivate people and trying to keep myself motivated. And how I work is a reflection of like how I talk. So if I don't work hard, then guys won't respect my work.
How many times a week are you active, and why do you like to maintain that besides the scholarship aspect of it?
I try to get in the indoor at least 3 times a week. I haven't been getting in there lately because of like a couple injuries. Extra work is always needed. You always need extra work, no matter what you're doing, whether it's rehab or you just want to get extra football work or like extra study time. You need extra work everywhere in your life.
Do you eat a well-balanced diet? If yes, how are you motivated to be consistent with that?
Whew, it's kind of hard for me because I have a fast metabolism, so I gotta eat 4 to 5 times a day, and being Hawaiian, like eating is a big problem because some days I wake up and I just don't have an appetite for the whole day. So I start to force myself to eat a lot. But my diet is pretty good. Like keeping a good balance of diet is pretty hard.
What do you think about your diet that you can change to perform better, and are you willing to make those decisions?
What I can do is like during the day, like make sure my meals are taken 2 hours apart every day. and then also substituting some of my Chick-fil-A in for more carbs and more calories.
What's the best strategy that you would tell someone else that's like unmotivated on how to get motivated?
Basically, how I motivate myself is I ask myself questions. So I would ask myself if I want to look like this 15 years from now, or if I want to be right where I want to be at 3 months from now. So basically, if I was say I didn't want to work out one day, I would ask myself if that the kind of leader that I want to be. Do I really not want to be the person that they can turn to when it's time, when crucial times come? So basically, I just ask myself questions like if I really want to do it, and if I come to a conclusion I really don't want to do it, that means I'm not motivated, and me not being motivated is a bad problem because motivation is something that you should have by yourself. You shouldn't look for others for motivation. I think motivation should always come from it.
Does positive affirmation also help you participate better and stronger in your activity?
Yeah, sometimes, but I don't think you should be told positive things. Good job, that's okay, but like not too much.
Do you think that too much positive affirmation can be bad?
Yes, because then you'll get complacent and you'll think that you're always doing it good. You need to hear it. Oh, that was a good rep, but you also can do this and do that.
So what extrinsic motivators, so like outside forces besides yourself, motivate you to keep participating besides like your family?
Just going around like the community and like sometimes like you just bump into little kids or like even after the games, like after the games, you'll be leaving, your little kids be like, "Can I have your gloves? Can I have your headbands?" and stuff like that. And like that's really cool to know that they look up to you. And then like some games when you walk out, like you'll have like the little kids who they're shaking your hands. So it's like you do all the work that you have to do just to get to those moments.
How long do you want to continue to play football and why?
I want to play football for at least another, after my last year, I want to play at least a good 10 years. And why? Because I just love, this is a game that I always played, and I want to get a good amount of time, if I can, in the pros, and just be the best person I can be.
Okay, so what else motivates you on the daily besides football?
Getting my degree for real. I'll be the first one on my side of the family with a college degree from a big school. So that motivates me pretty well. Having the opportunity to better myself, it motivates me a lot because a lot of people don't get to do this, especially coming out of high school is like the top 1 or 2% of the athletes that come. So I feel like I achieved, I worked hard to get it, but to keep it going, I should do my job because somebody else would kill for it or do anything to be in my position.
Okay, great. So how often do you think about your dreams, goals, and aspirations on the daily?
I think about them a lot. I mean, you should think about them a lot because you'll come to situations and friends might go out and they might ask you, do you want to go out? But sometimes you got to think about farther down the road. All right, if I go out tonight, then I'm gonna be tired for the lift tomorrow, or I don't want to go to run, feeling some type of way, and then not being able to be the person I was the day before.
What do you think is the worst aspect of your sport/activity, and how do you push through it?
The worst thing is just the getting up part. Getting up in the morning, that's the hardest part every morning, because you just keep it's like the same routine every day, and at some point you just be like, all right, I don't want to do it today. You hit a wall, then another day, I really have to get up at this time again. So it's just the getting up. Once you get up and you get around everybody, it's all right, this is why I do this. But that's just the hard part, getting up.
What time do you get up?
Most of the days we get up, Mondays, Wednesdays, we get up at 5. And then today, days like today, I usually get up at, I had lift at 8, so I usually get up at 7, or a little bit before that. Cause I gotta come in here, get my body right, eat, and then weigh in, and then still fill out my workout sheet. So it's a little process that you have to do every day. So you gotta get up early every day, mostly.
Would you recommend your activity to others? If so, how would it benefit them or not benefit them if you don't recommend it?
I would recommend to people who really want to do it. This is not a sport to where just pick it up and have fun. You have to have discipline. You have to be willing to go through a lot of trials. Not like every other sport doesn't have a lot of trials, but with football, it's a lot more people, and you have to depend on other people. And then even then, you still have to be the other person for a spot on the field. So it's not for someone who is not motivated and determined. I would recommend it because it gives you structure and it builds good character. But as far as like playing wise, it's hard.
Who are your top 3 motivators as a whole?
Oh, that's hard to say. I listen to a lot of people and I watch a lot of videos, but this man named Izzy Johnson, he's a good motivator. Man, I can't really think of the names right now. But I listen to like Floyd, just like how hard he worked.
So other athletes.
Yeah, other athletes, and then just like Bill Gates, people like that, like, because he's a good motivator too. If you just sit down and listen to him, because he keeps you like Bill Gates is somebody like I watch to keep me humble and to keep me going because he has $1 billion and he works every day like he's still broke. So I feel like that's a good mindset to have, like a Bill Gates mindset.
How has football changed you as a person?
It changed me a lot. I grew up in an environment where like a lot of people don't leave the area, and then it's a lot of drugs. It's not really a lot of violence. It's just like a lot of drugs and alcohol abuse where I'm from. So it just motivates you, and it shows you like your environment. And football, like it just took me to like different places, just traveling around, getting to see different places, like going to different schools, and it opens up your eyes to a different world. So it just changed me like mentally. It helped me grow a lot faster than a lot of other kids. It made me mature because you know that you gotta be serious and locked in a lot of times. So it just helps you grow all around as a football player and as a regular person.
Do you think football made you grow up too fast in some aspects?
Really, football actually helped me be more of a kid, dealing with like my family and my family home situation. Football was always that reset button to be like, all right, you're back at 8 years old again. You're just here to have fun and see how good you can be.
That's all my questions. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks, Sam. No problem, Mike.
To view Sam's full highlight tapes, click the links in my bio. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fitness and health content.